Donald Trump's failing memory continues to be of growing concern to people who are paying attention. Now, there's a lot of people not paying attention. I mentioned that in Vegas here, I recorded an interview with Sean Mike Kelly, who describes himself as a Trump supporter, and it was disturbing all of the Donald Trump reporting and stories that Sean had no idea about whatsoever. So a lot of people don't know what's going on. But to the extent that people are paying attention, it's harder and harder to miss Donald Trump's failing memory. Donald Trump did an event, and he talked once again about hurricanes bearing down onto different parts of the United States, including Florida. And Trump pulled one out that might ring a bell to you if you remember that he has been confused about the exact same thing before. Trump talked about how there's a Category 5 hurricane coming towards us. We have never seen a Category 5 hurricane come onto land. Here's what Trump said.
To tell you that there's a very violent hurricane that's coming down the line, and it's a Category 5, which is something that I've never heard a Category 5 actually coming onto land, but it looks like it's going to. And right smack in the middle of Florida, nobody's seen a line like that. And it's heading there quickly. I have to tell you that I called Miriam. I said, I was in New York, and I said, Miriam, maybe I shouldn't be flying. I think I'm the only person that flew down to Florida tonight.
Folks, we've played this same game before. We've played the same game before. Remember Hurricane Milton, which intensified into a Category 5 storm? Here is Trump saying, when he was president, he had never even heard about a Category 5 storm. Listen to this.
I'm not sure that I've ever even heard of a Category 5. I knew it existed, and I've seen some Category 4s. You don't even see them that much, but a Category 5 is something that I don't know that I've ever even heard the term, other than I know it's there.
Now it's even worse. When Trump said that, which is the exact same thing that he just said about this new hurricane, when Trump said that, it was the fourth Category 5 hurricane to strike the United States during his presidency. We had Irma, we had Maria, we had Michael, we had Dorian. 4 times Category 5 storms have hit land. Trump never remembers. Even more times storms have gotten to Category 5, like Milton in this particular case. He doesn't remember. He always says the exact same thing. And there is a long history here of Trump remembering nothing about stuff we go over and over and over and over again. Remember the 1935 Labor Day hurricane, Hurricane Camille in 1969, Hurricane Andrew in 1992, Hurricane Michael in 2018, all Category 5 storms that hit land. Now, I'm now realizing I may have misspoken. I think earlier I listed Category 5 hurricanes under Trump's watch. I didn't mean that those hit land, but you had Irma, Maria, Michael, Dorian, Category 5 under Trump's watch when he said, I've never heard about Category 5. He dealt with responses to those, but critically, Hurricane Michael in 2018 did hit land as Category 5. At the time, Trump said, whoever knew about Category 5, and he's saying it again. Now, this is just one little sliver. You could say, David, he's not a meteorologist. If he isn't, he should stop talking, by the way, about climate with regard to it changing, but that's a different story. This is emblematic and a microcosm of what we see every single time that Donald Trump talks. He doesn't remember anything. He forgets the same things over and over again. He forgets who he ran against. He forgets who he's running against. He forgets who's president. He doesn't recognize that Rudy or Melania or whoever are next to him in many cases. Doesn't remember when he gets off Air Force One, which car it is that he's supposed to go to. There are reasons related to policy not to vote for this guy. You could show me a Trump with a perfect memory, and his policies would be a disaster. You could show me a Trump with a perfect memory, and I would still say that his personality is such that I don't want him anywhere near any centers of power. But he also can't seem to remember a damn thing, and that's also a problem. If you stay on top of the news, you follow politics and elections, why not win cash for it? Manifold is the app and website where you can win cash for predicting what will happen next in politics, and it is free to play. Questions like, will Trump win the presidential election? Will Kamala Harris flip a state? Will political commentator Destiny appear on Joe Rogan's podcast? If you predict correctly, you win play money called Mana or Sweep Cash. One Sweep Cash is redeemable for a US dollar. So if you predict right, you can turn it into cash. And the platform gives you free Mana and Sweep Cash to play with every single day. Go to manifold.markets/Pacman and you'll get free extra Sweep Cash just for signing up to start you on your journey. No purchase necessary to win cash or prizes. If you want to go bigger, you can use my link to get 40 extra Sweep Cash when you spend $20 on Mana. If you put that 40 Sweep Cash on Trump losing the election at the current odds, you win 70 Sweep Cash if he loses, redeemable for $70 cash. You must be a U.S. resident, 18 or older. See terms and conditions. The link is in the description.